Sheffield Wednesday booming around the stadium, and Wednesday start us off. The ball is worked back towards Barry Bannon, who lifts it out towards the right-hand side. Doesn't go exactly where he wanted it. Bannon tries to win it in the air, doesn't. Dunkley just gets a toe end on it. It's going to come back in his general direction. Wednesday fighting for the ball, and Bannon just trying to get a foothold. It's a bit scrappy. Sunderland are determined to get there too. I'm sure it's going to be a real battle all night long, to be honest with you, Kieran.
Yeah, I would agree. Back to the goal, they're pressing. Okay. Lads just need to keep the shape now. Just drop in.
Ball goes long. Johnson doesn't win that header, and it's just dropped in behind. And now an opportunity to try and run here for Stewart. Wednesday just trying to keep them at bay. Ball's just being worked backwards. Maybe a crossing opportunity for Gooch. Can he get round his man? He tried to dribble around Bannon, but Bannon watched it all the way and intercepted it well. Bannon goes long. One of the players that you'll know very well, of course, Barry Bannon. You've shared a dressing room for a long time. There are a lot of new faces as well that you won't be so familiar with.
I see that, but there's still a lot of players that, you know, are looking at Palms there, Dunks, Pato, and Barry, obviously. And players I've played against as well, like, you know, looking at Gregory there, he's a handful. Like, I never really appreciated playing against him. He was always in my pocket or on the corner, like, grabbing me and stuff, and like, he's always a handful, and I know he's got 5 goals this season, so hopefully he'll get one tonight.
Will be taken by Palmer. He's just looking for some movement ahead. It goes up towards the front, looking for a little touch on. And again, Wednesday unable to keep possession as Gregory went after it. That was Dunkley. He was falling as he tried to make that clearance, but it has come back again to Sunderland on this right-hand side, just outside the area. Trying a little bit of trickery there with Gooch, and it's got laid back. And just slightly leaning back was Luke O'Nien there as he tried to go for the top corner. Wasn't going to trouble Bailey Peacock-Farrell on that occasion. Maybe don't make it first time. You kind of have to learn it the hard way. I think that's why it's benefiting some of the younger players that we've got out on loan at the moment. The likes of Brennan's gone to Notts County.
Brennan doing great, really good, and it's exactly what they need. Like, to come from the conference to the Premier League, it's not an easy thing to do, but if you can do it, it's amazing. Like Gary Hooper played in or scored in.
Yeah, of course, Gary Hooper
Hoops did it. I've done it. I was played in a conference at 19. Obviously Gregory's done it. Vardy's a huge.
Wednesday with a chance for Canberra. He just tried to catch it early. Well, the goalkeeper will be happy to see that whistle. Quite far wide in the end, but he took it down well, and it was a nice attempt there for Sheffield Wednesday to try and get off the mark.
Yeah, really good. He did great. Got hold of it, got his turn off, and let it go. Yeah, why not?
The thing I was going to ask you about when you were out the side watching kind of from the stands, were the things that you did notice that when you got back in the team, you kind of thought, right, I'm going to remember that he's got a habit of doing that, which maybe he shouldn't do, or whatever. No, really,
you know, you're right. It's everything's an education. Like, you know, you're always learning, no matter how old you are or how young you are.
Wednesday got a chance here on the edge of the area. Gregory turns it on towards corner. Yes! Bottom corner. He has his first there for Wednesday in league action. Marking his first start in spectacular style, just bending it right in the corner beyond the goalkeeper Hoffman. The German had no chance whatsoever of keeping that one out. Nice build-up from Wednesday on the edge of the area. They kept it coming over towards the left-hand side, and it's put away by Corbanu. The Wolves loanee scores for Wednesday. The Owls lead by a goal to 0.
Brilliant finish, really good finish. Opened his body out and just whipped it into the corner. Really, really good. You know, it comes from the front, if I'm honest, and you know, because they start that press, and if they're starting that press, it allows your centre halves to get up the pitch, or it allows your midfielder to push onto the second ball, and it's not just the centre halves you're talking to as a goalkeeper.
Wednesday have just built well off that throw-in. Wing was heavily involved. Now Barry Bannon will slide it over towards the left-hand side. Another long-range shot tried. Well, that wasn't too far away from Johnson. It skidded off the turf, and it could have been a bit tricky for the keeper. I don't know how wet it is down there, but it just seemed to speed up as it was going towards the goal.
Yeah, he stepped in, lovely. So he just, you know, fancies it, left foot.
Just stroking it around, and now looking to try and dart forward with Doyle. Just chips it up, headed away there by Dunkley. Again, it goes towards the Wednesday area. That was Dunkley getting in again. Just drops again for Corey Evans. Sweeps it away, or he tried to, towards the right-hand side, but it was intercepted and didn't reach Winchester. Now Wednesday have the ball here with Corbanu. Canberry's little run isn't seen. He's gone the other way instead towards Barry Bannon. Now there's Canberry.
Excellent
to
football.
Bannon. Nice one-touch football from Wednesday. Canberry will flick it away. Corbanu is in space. Can he get the crossover? He sends it over. Just a little bit too close to the goalkeeper, and Hoffman takes it with ease in the end and bowls it out quickly. towards this right-hand side, and he's just played a great diagonal.
He looked offside.
He is offside.
Lovely football, that. One touch, playing it around bodies. Triangles, lovely. Got a little bit lucky with a break. And, you know, a little bit of a better crossing could have resulted in something. You do have to have a certain type of personality or temperament to be able to deal with, you know, the rough with the smooth. Because look, at the end of the day, you're not going to get everything your own way. You're not, and it's how you deal with adversity, really. You know, everyone can play when you're winning 3 or 4-0, but it's when you go down 1-0 or 2-0, can you come back, and that's when you show your mettle.
Ball just goes down the line again, up towards Canberra, who started the game well. It's a nice little flick back. In fact, it was Winger I should give the credit for on that occasion.
Really good.
And it's just played back there by Bannon. Bannon puts it over towards Liam Palmer. Controlled nicely, swept out wide. And Wednesday put a telling crossover there with Patterson. It's a deep one, and they were arriving at the back post.
Really
but on that occasion, the defender doing his job to get there ahead of Canberra, but it will be a corner kick.
Excellent. I know I'm talking about the strikers again, but like, he gets hold of the ball on the edge of the box, and he can bring others into play.
Really managed to trouble the Owls as of yet.
No.
Winchester.
Jinxed it now.
I know, I've done that before.
I can imagine.
Stuff like, oh, he's never missed a penalty or something like that, and then you know what happens.
Yeah.
Ball goes out wide towards the left-hand side, and that's a decent ball. This could be a chance for Sunderland. They've pulled it back, and they're going to try and get a strike away. There was Dunkley on the floor who got a block in, and we nearly did get that jinx straight away.
Oh, man. I think I'd have took the headphones off. That was me finished. Yeah, of course. And you know, they've only lost a couple of games, but they have been heavy defeats. Like Portsmouth was 4-0, Rotherham at the weekend was 5-1. So, you know, they do take its toll. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, getting beat that sort of score is tough. But they have won a lot of games, and they've beat teams 4-0 as well. Like, I've seen they beat Cheltenham maybe 5-0, and they beat Crewe 4-0. So they can score goals as well.
Yeah, that's the worry, and that's what we're going to be guarded against as they're trying to come forward now. That's just slid through, and that was another timely intervention just on the edge of the area. Again showing his defensive qualities too. But this has come out towards Stewart. Stewart's going to try and get a strike in. It took a big deflection. It's come across, and they're back in the game. It's 1-1. They got a lucky break, but the flag is up, and it won't count. We get a break as well.
We needed it. Yeah, it was still okay. We've not jinxed it. It's okay, look. I don't know what he's called for there, though, if I'm honest.
Is it not when the ball is smashed at him? Did he think there was an arm involved or anything like that?
I don't know.
I wasn't entirely sure why he's ruled it out, which is the slight concern. Sunderland starting to get a bit more into this over on the left-hand side.
Yeah, the striker's dropping in behind the midfielders into the pocket to get on it. He's causing a few problems. You just need to talk to the lads just to say right shoulder, block the pass. That's
just
all.
Backing off a bit at the moment. We've got maybe a chance to get this crossover just on the edge of the area. They're playing little short passes. Where they're going, being forced to come back a little bit. Wednesday haven't committed a tackle.
Squeeze up.
Bannon's just standing, but there's no forthcoming tackle at the moment. And they've cut back inside and sent the crossover. It was flicked on. Wednesday need to get this away. It's come out towards Stewart, and now Evans turns it back into the middle. Headed down, it's going to be a free chance. Oh, he just sort of jabbed it up in the air, and then it was sort of gathered up by Peacock Farrell. I don't think they're really connected with it properly, which is fortunate for us. And there's maybe a little injury concern as well in amongst it all.
As a great lad, Palm's got a lot of time for him, and considering he plays in, you know, wherever he's told, and he gives as best as he can, like, honestly, you can't knock him.
Yeah, he's certainly been asked to do different jobs this season. He's played right back, left back, centre half.
Great kick.
Ball just goes long, and Wednesday have taken the ball down, and it's played back. An early cross there from Patterson, a glancing header. Doesn't quite go where I think Canberra had in mind, but it is kept in play. And now Corbeanu looking to try and take on his man. Corbeanu stands up the cross. Can Wednesday connect with this? Hasn't quite got hold of it, but it's over the line. Wednesday force it home. It wasn't quite the clean finish you might have expected, but it's gone in. And Wednesday, well, we have said that they were weathering a bit of a storm, but they responded in the perfect manner. Ball was a brilliant ball in from the flank again from Corbeanu. And Wednesday tucking home at the back post to take the lead against Sunderland now by 2-0.
Yeah, look, it looks like the game plan is get it wide, get the crosses in, cause them a problem. Two big lads up front. Gregory didn't get his head on the first one. They went back across, got a lovely cross in again. Bit scrappy, but listen, take the goals as they come.
Well, certainly Wednesday are going with the flow. Florian Kamberi then doubling Wednesday's advantage.
And double marking, but he can dictate play on his own.
Flicked away there by Johnson. Bannon, again, they were pressurising him, but he just seems to play, doesn't he, in his own pace. He's not going to be rushed into doing it. He's quite calm in that situation. But here, the ball has come across, though, and there's a long-range shot on. The keeper takes that really well. That was right down his throat, but he couldn't afford to parry it out, and he caught it.
Great catch, yeah, really good. Good hands.
Palmer just looking to keep an eye. I think it's on Stewart, who's just loitering. He's going to make a late run, I suspect. Here he goes. And he is the target. And he got the ball. He didn't quite head it where he wanted, but it's still alive. Save. And that's a good save by Bailey Peacock-Farrell. And they couldn't force it in. Stewart was sort of falling backwards. And the flag's gone up anyway. But another important save from the keeper. I mean, it's important, isn't it, when you make those saves. Sometimes, I mean, you've made many of them at 0-0. Yeah, it can just set the tone. You give them a bit of hope.
Like, you'll never hear me hammer a goalkeeper. So
I was going to say, you know, like when you stand on your line and they head it in, nobody necessarily blames you, but maybe you should have come for it. That's the thing. I mean, David James used to get criticised for that. Let's just break off a minute, because there's a chance for Sunderland coming up towards the edge of the area.
Get across.
They're working away now in towards Sirkin, who puts it up towards the back stick. It's going to be headed down. Will they be able to force this home? A strike did come in. He got deflected. Comes back again towards Sirkin. Didn't get hold of it, and it's just a little header down into the ground there by Adeniran. And it's gone again back to Sunderland, trying to carry it forward with Doyle. Doyle carried it well, despite the dive in there from Patterson.
Doyle, that was the centre half. Doyle coming for a cross, then the lads love you for it.
I'm going to say that they know that you're going to come and take that. Yeah, all right, you might make one rick in that, but that doesn't matter, because you've done 9 out of 10.
Yeah. If you come and take a cross, or you've got the ball in your hands at 95th minute, the lads are delighted with life. Like, I'm telling you, and it's better than a save, if I'm honest. If you come for a big cross and you catch it and you've got hold of it and you've caught it and you're on the ground, you're milking it, you've took a smack.
I was going to say, you're quite good at milking it, aren't you? You know how to slow the game down when the seconds go in.
Hey, you've got to do what you can. It's the dark arts, I told you.
So it's going to be a throw, which goes short. And the ball just goes into the area, looking to try and spin. And an effort is hit, and it's gone in! Well, it was slashed in by Patterson and turned home really on the run by Gregory. I don't think he knew an awful lot about it, but it'll do. Maybe a scruffy goal, but that's what Gregory's all about, running into that danger zone inside the 6-yard box. And Wednesday have gone goal crazy here against Sunderland. I said we'd do better against the so-called bigger teams, and we're proving it. It's another hammering at the moment for Sunderland.
It's a great goal. Striker gets hold of it, plays it wide. Pato has a shot, come cross, and Gregory's running in. And you know what? He's fully meant to do that. He's come and got it.
I've maybe done a bit of service. I've seen the replay.
Honestly, you have. And it's a great finish, to be fair to him. And he's deserved that.
I think it was against Huddersfield in this season, actually, in the Carabao Cup first game. Barry sprinted from about his own half, made a last-ditch tackle, and he did hurt himself and didn't carry on, but he made the run for the team. Again, Wednesday have a chance. It just came towards Kamberi, just sat up for him, slightly hopped in front, and he couldn't get the accuracy on it, but Wednesday just turning defence into attack very, very swiftly there.
Confidence is up, spacing behind. He's not afraid to take a shot on, which is great. Obviously, he scored a goal, so he's happy, and he's
just pass short towards the edge of the area. Wednesday again hustling and harrying him inside their own area. Of course, that's a new thing that happens these days, passing inside your own box from a goal kick, and they've been robbed by Kamberi. Can Wednesday make them pay? He tried to, but for a really good save from the goalkeeper Hoffman.
That's a great save, to be fair.
But they brought it around themselves, that.
Great header, Dunks.
Got caught trying to play it around inside the area. Wednesday robbed them.
Nice.
Palmer, down the line he goes. That was slammed into the legs there by Patterson. Good block.
But again, the harassing and the work rate of the front lads has caused that problem. And he's got a chance out of nothing. Scotty was Bill, yeah.
Yeah, there was a lad called...
Weaves came on loan, didn't he?
Who's that?
Weaves.
Yeah, Weaves was on loan and then obviously signed permanently as well. And we had a few. went through. Mark Crosley was here and scored a goal.
Yeah, I remember that. Hey, Crosley.
So yeah, it was an interesting time where we just seemed to be like borrowing somebody.
Yeah, it's not ideal, if I'm honest. You want something a bit more secure. And
I think it was where the finances at that stage were really tight, though. I think they were just having to kind of they could get quality because there was a few knocking about. All just worked on there, and this could be a chance for Sunderland to get one back. Again, it's not quite away from Wednesday. It's pinging around inside the area. Well, somehow we've managed to clear our lines, and you begin to think, is this definitely going to be our night when you see that happening?
Yeah. They've had a good few chances, Sunderland, to be fair, and they've dropped in the box, but they've just not dropped the right way for them. But
a couple of missed kicks in amongst it all, wasn't there? Coming together, the jigsaw piece was starting to, the puzzle was starting to click into place.
Yeah.
And once they just need to watch this, though, there could be late drama as it goes down towards Pritchard, who puts the ball into the middle, and again, the save that was required is made as Stewart got up. Yeah. Again, Bailey Peacock-Farrell got over to it, makes the save.
Yeah. Good hands again. Got down the line. Nice little dink cross. No real pace on the ball, so the striker, I think it was Stewart, trying to get all the momentum on the ball, but it's comfortable, isn't it? You can't get his neck around it as much.
It was slightly behind him, wasn't he? He's just trying to pull it back.
But again, Bailey's in the right place at the right time. Makes a simple catch, makes a simple save. Makes it look easy, sorry.
But that's the starting position you were talking about, being right in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. He's played well. The whole team's played well. I don't think I could pick out a bad performance for you.
Well, there you go. That is the full-time whistle, and Sheffield Wednesday claim 3 points from this contest. Two of the big guns in the division in League One coming head-to-head, and it's Wednesday have come out on top, convincingly so. Theo Corbeanu set Wednesday on the way with a very well-taken goal for his first league goal. The Owls managing to double their advantage with Canberra reacting to guide it home. And then in the second half, Lee Gregory's hard work paid off when he managed to turn home a Callum Patterson-driven ball in towards the 6-yard.